and then start pulling out some of this console so that we can get back behind here to the stereo. So we're just going to lift up on this piece here. It should slide right out. There's a couple clips holding it in place. All right, there we go. That was pretty easy. So next we need to remove this piece right here. This is where your cigarette lighters are. And this should just pull straight out, pull towards you, pop right out just like that. And you can see that there's a few wires on here, so we'll pop those off and then get this piece completely removed. Now we need to remove this piece, and then we can start prying this off, and then we can get back behind the stereo. So there's one little tab right here we need to open up, and then this piece should pop right out. If you're having trouble with this little tab right here, even though it has a little Phillips drive on it, this does not screw or unscrew. The center piece needs to actually come up. That's what pushes through and wedges it in there. Let's push up on it like that. Cool. And then I can pop it out. So our climate control here, we're going to grab it over here on this side, and we're going to start pulling it towards us and slide it out. Now we have access to these two bottom screws right here. They're going to be 10 millimeter. So go ahead and throw on a 10 millimeter socket and we'll get these unscrewed. So now that we got these removed, there's two more screws holding this unit in place. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but they're right back there. They're deep in there. So make sure you get an extension so that you can reach those screws. Now it should slide right out. Now that we can reach our factory wire harness, let's go ahead and unplug everything.
Here with one hand. There we go. These other unused ones, all these guys, I'm going to take those off before I put this guy back in the dash. Now, if you want the USB wires connected, it's got these little dongles with the USB on them. You can plug them in and just route them under somewhere. I think I'm going to plug them in and maybe leave them routed in that little slot I have right here. That way they're just there in case I need them. I was able to plug one of them in, which went right there. Looks like the other slot, which is that right there, actually connects over to this wire that goes to this gray connector. So my assumption is that goes to the factory USB port that is generally right around here, the auxiliary and USB connection. So I think that's where that goes. So that's good. I guess the factory USB connector should still work. We'll find out when we put this back together. And the second wire, I went ahead and brought it down and it's just hanging. Let's see if I can grab it. Oh, it's kind of curled its way up there. It's going to be right here. I think it got pulled when I pulled this monitor back out. So it's going to be right here in the slot in case I ever need it. Now we're going to connect the two antennas that came with it. This one right here is going to go to this guy. It says GPS. And this one right here is going to go to this one that says 4G. 4G. Maybe that is for a SIM card. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and connect the antenna anyway. Those are both connected. And the only other thing that you can connect is the external mic or the phone function. I'm going to try it with the factory mic first and see how it works. See if people on the other end can hear me. And if you do that, and the voice quality is not that great on the other end, like the people you're talking to, if they can't hear you well, then the next best option is to install the factory mic. It has a little connector there, which plugs in right here to that guy. And then you just want to route it out and put it somewhere that is somewhat close to where you are. You can tack it on the dash somewhere, put it right here somewhere. It doesn't really matter. I try to hide it if I ever do have to install those. I'm going to try without it first and see if the factory mic picks up well and works well with this system. So now the GPS antenna, 4G antenna, and the GPS antenna, where is it? It's back here. I'm going to try to stash them back there and keep them hidden under there. And we're going to put this screen back up and see within the first day or so if GPS and everything is picking up the signal well. If not, I may come back and take that GPS antenna and kind of try to mount it up here somewhere right below this plastic. And it has a little double-sided sticky tape. You got tons of space right under here, and this is plastic, so it's not going to block the signal. So you can just clean up a little spot with an alcohol pad and take off the film from the sticky pad and just stick it up there. For now, I'm just going to leave it hanging back there. If it picks up fine, I'm going to leave it as is. So now that all that's done, I'm going to gently take all of the wiring and place it in there. Then you want to take this guy, and these three tabs should line up with the three holes that are right here, right there, and right there, where your factory one went. Line that up, snap it in, and that Now that that's snapped in, it's nice and firm. I'm gonna go back and one by one reinstall all of our different pieces. First, we've got our AC controls. There's 2 tabs on the back. Those 2 yellow ones, they're gonna line up with the 2 holes right underneath the new stereo. Oh, looks like the plastic film's gonna get behind there. So let's go ahead and take this off. I was waiting as long as I could so I had some protection on there. But that film's gonna get difficult to remove once we put that AC control unit back on. So I'm gonna get that off. Looks like there's a separate film on there as a screen protector. I'm gonna leave that on for now. All right, get this lined up. Got that snapped in. I had to hold the back of the screen right here from the back while I pushed on this part to get that clip in, got that one in, and then the bottom. So now it's nice and firm, and this top part's nice and firm. Next is this little cubby. Make sure you plug in the 2 connectors for the cigarette lighters, and then it just snaps right in. That's in. Next is our shifter surround. You've got to plug all of these connectors in, which are the ones back, oh, there they are hiding right there. And don't forget, you've got to turn the ignition to the on position and put the shifter in drive so that you can wiggle this thing around it. Almost forgot, before you can put this in and snap it in, you got to get this trim piece back in. So gently line it up with the clips behind there, get it snapped in. All right. There, just kind of push along everywhere. Don't get all the clips in. You'll end up with a bunch of creaking later. All right, that's in. Now this one, it goes into those holes, so you want to push it that way. And then once it gets far enough forward, there are these white clips down here that go downward. So gently line it up like so, right there. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. All right, that's lined up. And I'm going to push the bottom ones in. Okay, perfect. And push these in, push that in. And there's one last one that goes in here. That's this guy. It's a little push clip, so take the center part out, kind of put these claws back together, push it through the hole, and then push this back in or screw it in. There you go, just like that. So this is all in. Next, oops, get my tools out of there. Next, we've got this big section. Let's see, which is this guy. So open up your center console lid, position this here. That side goes in first. Line everything up here. Make sure it's lined up on all the edges. Push forward, so that way, and then push down here. Clip, clip, clip. Okay, that one's done. You know what I just noticed? There's no hole here to get my USB cord through. I'll have to drill a little hole. I'm gonna put a little hole right there later on to pull that USB cord right through there in case I ever need it. In the meantime, let's get the cup holder in. It just goes right on top. Clips in. Let's close that center console lid. And our last piece. I always call this a gun safe. I don't know what else you'd use it for. If anybody knows what the slot's for, in the comments, could you please tell me what on earth this is for? If there's something that goes here, some kind of accessory, I would love to know. It seems kind of pointless. Otherwise, maybe it's just a gun safe. Who knows? So, there we go. That's there. We are, let's see, officially done. So, let's do a wide angle shot. There you go. This 2018, that's it. So now, I'm gonna hook up my iPhone to the CarPlay, and let's see if it works. We're gonna go to Bluetooth. We'll go to Settings. That is the device name. It's gonna show up in your Bluetooth. That is the pin code, 0000. We want auto connect on, power on. I don't want auto answer on. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to my phone and find this device and connect to it with the pin number of 00. Then you've also got Play Store. You can log in with your Google account and download different applications and such. Google Maps is already on here. I might download Waze, and you know what? Actually, I'm not gonna download anything. I'm just gonna use CarPlay. I don't need any of that. I guess this is an actual Android head unit. If you don't want to use CarPlay or Android Auto, you could just go to the Play Store, download all your apps, and just tether, or put a SIM card in that little box in the back, and this thing will always be connected to the internet. Yeah, I have no reason to use that. I'm just going to use CarPlay. You've got your home button up here. Power, what does power do? Oh, it mutes it. Okay. You've got another home button here. It's kind of weird. Your back button here. There's also a back button up there. You've got your volume up and down if you don't want to use the steering wheel controls. This little arrow, I think it just hides that bar at the top. Yep. And you slide down to get it back here. What does that do? Oh, just shows me what's open. And I can close my apps. If I want to close them out, get rid of them. All right. That's it. Oh, and time.